living. You are also living for the people who are connected to you. And if you don't take seriously the weight of the people who are coming, you will live carelessly and self-centered, and you will mismanage the doors that God gives you. Preach, man of God.
I like that. I was just jamming to that. I like that. I like that. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Man, it's been a day. I started at what time I started, Pastor G? These meetings I had all day. 9:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, and I still got another meeting after this one. Whoo! But you know what, though? It comes with life. It comes with the season I'm in. So I want everybody to go ahead and start inviting. I see some of you jumping on both YouTube and Facebook Live. Start inviting. I'm super excited. And I'm ready to share some insights tonight. So come on and join me. Whether you're YouTube or Facebook Live, join me tonight. Hello, everybody. I'm sure some of y'all are just jumping off of the prayer call. Prayer call has been amazing. And I'm sure some of you are jumping off now. And I am just super excited about that and looking forward to what God's going to say to us tonight. And so please, everybody, don't miss this opportunity. So let's invite. In fact, let me go ahead and invite somebody right now. Come on, invite. I don't care. Listen, I don't care who they are. Everybody needs a little E3 in their life. Everybody needs a little E3. So come on and join us and watch what God's going to do tonight. All right, everybody. So what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for inviting Dr. Jeffrey Dennis. Dr. Jeffrey Dennis is going to be one of our first family preachers this year. And I'm excited about his voice for us this year. All right, y'all, let's go to work. I want to talk about taking ownership of the promises of God. I want to talk about taking ownership of the promises of God and then walking out the promises, walking out the things that God has ordained for your life. I'm like super excited. Dr. Key is on after she just blessed us in prayer. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for your ministry. So tonight I want to talk about taking ownership of God's promises. Now, what's really deep is that God has designed all of us to live in the promises that are yours. God has designed us to live in the promises that are yours. I'm being intentional. So I don't want you to miss what I'm saying. God has designed promises that are yours. And if you understand that God has designed promises that are yours, then what you end up doing is you end up embracing the promises of God that are yours, and you end up living them out. You end up walking them out. So let's try it again. There are some things that God has designed for you. The promises of God, the opportunities. There are some things God has designed for you, but you must take ownership of them. Now, I'm not going to be very long because I've got a 7 o'clock meeting. So I want everybody to get this. There are some things that are designed for you. Now, one of the great things, and the devotional message tonight and the prayer was just on point, because sometimes in order to get you to the promises that God has for you, God's got to say no, or God's got to shut some things down so that you don't pursue something that's not the will of God. God will tell you no This is not yours. No, I don't want you walking in this. No, this is not the relationship for you, right? And then God will walk you through a process that brings you in to what is God's will for your life. Are y'all getting this? Now, I don't want anybody to miss this because I want everybody, let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Okay, because I want everybody to grasp this fact. When God has ordained something for you, you must position yourself to take ownership of that which God has positioned for you. So I'm going to give you, let me see. I got 5 things I'm going to tell you, right? And they're going to be very practical about taking ownership of divine promises. Here's the first thing. You must assess your assets. All right, put that in the thread. Assess your assets. Whenever God gets ready to take you somewhere, it's going to probably be what's already in your hand to accomplish. Right? It's going to probably be what's already in your hand to accomplish. God will take you through various processes, various stages, and God is designing you, developing you to walk in the fulfillment of what's yours. But you got to assess your assets. What does that mean? Assess my assets. What does that mean? That sounds crazy in this context. Here's what assessing your assets mean. It literally means that you got to know what's yours, what's in your hand, and what you possess as a skill set, as relationships, as gifts and talents. You got to assess. You got to pay attention to the stuff that's in your possession. Okay? Anybody knows the Bible know where I'm going. Moses. I know it looks crazy, but what's in your hand? Moses says, I got a rod. I got this shepherd's staff in my hand. God says, hold it over the water. And when he held it over the water, guess what happened? The water's open. For many of you, the reason why you're not possessing what's yours is you're doing a poor job of assessing your assets. Listen, it's easy to talk about your liabilities. People talk about their liabilities all the time. It's easy. Welcome from India. God bless you. It's easy to talk about your liabilities. It's easy to talk about how hard it is, how tough it is. It's easy to talk about how nobody helps you. So like the man at the pool, right? The man at the pool. You know, whenever the water gets troubled, nobody's here to help me. It's easy to live in this negative, unhealthy place. It really is. And so a part of what you got to do is that you got to get beyond the glass half empty, start walking in the glass half full. And here's the power of it. Y'all ready to walk in some victory? Here's the power of it. Here's where you walk in victory. Here's where you walk in victory. You start looking at the things that you have in your possession, the things that you can pull on, the things that you can utilize, the opportunities that are there because of who you are and what you possess. Listen, stepping into this dean position, I don't have higher ed experience, right? But that's not why I'm in this position. I'm in this position because I bring some skill sets. And so today, we're working on the academic year 2022-23 course schedule, right? And no, I've never done a course schedule, but I have all these relationships that I can reach out to, that I can pull on to give me insight. And then I've built some relationships since I've been dean that informed me. And so when I walked into our meeting today virtually to talk about the course schedule, I was so prepared because I had relationships that gave me the capacity. That's an asset. That's an asset. Wow. I'm a thoughtful man. I'm a critical thinking man. And I'm not talking about critical in terms of I don't like people. No. I ain't talking about negativity. I'm a thinker. That's an asset. What are your assets? I could spend all my life talking about I'm short and I'm this and I'm that. And sometimes I jokingly say that stuff. But I have assets. My wife is an asset to me. She's an asset. One, she satisfies the needs that I have, right? Emotionally, physically, in so many ways, spiritually. She's an asset. And here's the power of assets. They remove the distraction of the liability. Did you get that? An asset removes the distraction of the liability because the liability is a distraction. Come on, guys, you got to get this. This is why so many people miss the promises of God. They don't understand the assets in their life. They don't understand the benefits. So some of you, right now, my niece is up here, right? Keisha, so some of you don't understand what amazing, powerful assets God puts in your life to get you in to the purpose of God, to get you in to places you wouldn't normally get in, to get you in to dimensions of the things of God. And so, assets. Here's the second thing. You have to courageously target your behavior. You have to courageously target your behavior. Now, this is really deep because for me, when you courageously target your behavior, you understand your assets, you understand the promises of God, you have a clear understanding that there are certain things God wants you to walk in, and now you direct your behavior. Are y'all ready to grow? You direct your behavior. You target your behavior, right? All of you that that love basketball. The interesting thing about basketball is that there's a goal, right? Angela, Corliss, there's a goal. Brandy, there's a goal. And the goal is to get the ball in the goal. So when I see my son-in-law's up here tonight. So when the ball is thrown in, Shonda, when the ball is thrown in, right, and the guard dribbles the ball down the court and he starts passing it around, the only reason that they're doing that is so they can score 2 points or 3 points. Their goal is to get the ball in the goal. So all of their behavior is about getting the ball in the goal. When I talk about divine promises, I'm talking about the stuff that God wants you to walk in. And so now all of your behavior is targeted. My whole day today was about building out St. Paul Global, which is the vision of our church now, and the vision really of our nonprofits and our for-profits, and the school. All of my behavior today, all of my activity was about that. I didn't watch TV. I didn't do any of that. Not yet. I'm going to when all this is over. But I promise you, all of my behavior was about accomplishing the goal. So last couple of days, I immersed myself into the course calendar, the course schedule. I immersed myself into it, right? So I could get an idea of what the classes are, or what the classes have been. And then I immersed myself in the process of understanding it. And so when I walked in the meeting, I was prepared for the meeting because my behavior suggested that I'm the dean of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology of Virginia University. Are you guys getting it? You got to target your behavior. If you are a student, you got to target your behavior. You got to be reading, writing. If you are a business person, you got to target your behavior. If you are an employee, you got to target your behavior. If you want to be a great father, a great mother, a great friend, you got to target your behavior. I'm using that word target intentionally. You have a goal in mind. You have a divine promise. Target your behavior. Here's the third thing. Make crisis work for you. Make crisis work for you. There are some things you're going to go through. But you got to make crisis work for you. Make it work for you. Make it work for you. One of the ways you make it work for you is you learn what's in it and then you move past it. Did you get it? You learn what's in it, you pull from it, then you move past it. You pull from it, then you move past it. You pull from it, then you move past it. Hey, nephew. One of my nephews up here, Kevin. Bless you, man. You got to pull from it, then you move past it, right? What's in the crisis? Well, pull from it, then move, all right? Emotionally, move past it. That's how it works for you. It works for you because you get something out of it, and then you move past it. Now, all of that is mental. A lot of that is mental. But when I'm telling you that there's something in every crisis, and you pull from it, but then you move past it. Blows your mind what God will teach you about crisis, about you in a crisis, about you in a crisis, all right? You pull from it, then you move on. Here's the third thing. This is big. I got a couple more minutes, then I got to jump off. Y'all ready to really grow? Let me really grow you tonight, Keisha. Let me really grow you tonight. I'm glad to see my nephews and my nieces up here. I really want you to grow tonight. You ready? Here it is. You have to design a framework that houses your dreams. My son-in-law has some dreams. I mean, he's communicated some stuff to me. And I see him trying to build a house. I see him building the house for his dreams. One of the most amazing things for me is watching someone who is intentionally building their life to house their dreams. Wow. So the question becomes, how do you build your life to house your dreams? First thing is, write this down. Identify the traits needed for that dream to come to pass. Identify the traits needed for that dream to come to pass. Identify the traits needed. Identify. Just, okay, if I want to be an effective preacher, I've got to work on some things. I got to work on being an effective communicator. I gotta study the Bible. I gotta go to seminary. Yes, you need to go to seminary. I gotta go to seminary, and I've got to study. I got to learn. I got to grow. And if I do this, if I put the work in, it's gonna work for me, right? What are the building blocks? What is the material needed? Excuse me. What is the material needed for you to be successful? I know, right? What is the material needed for you to be successful? Build your life. Build a house whereby your dreams are housed. You need to build out a foundation, build out some walls, build a roof, to identify what's needed. But here's the other thing. Streamline your activity and your resources towards your dream. Streamline your resources and your activities towards your dream. Don't sit around going, oh my God, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. No, streamline your activities towards your dreams. Here's the last thing tied to that. You ready? Furnish your life with what facilitates your dream. Furnish your life with what facilitates your dream. Furnish your life. Put the right mentors in your life, right? Right now, I've got people who are mentoring me, who are helping me. People that are maybe a little younger than me, but I'm saying yes, sir, yes, ma'am to them because they're teaching me. They're training me on how to manage where I am. Furnish your life. There's certain things that I know that I can't do in this season and be successful. Furnish your life with the stuff that's going to produce your dream. Furnish your life. Find those things. Find those people. Find those classes. Go to those certifications. Do the things you need to do. Furnish your life. I build out, I do all that stuff on the outside, then I furnish it. Furnish your life. And one of the ways you furnish your life is you build collaboration. I was a part of one of our D-men today. I document ministry defenses for second-year students. And it was interesting, the advice that one of our professors gave this young man was, don't go it alone. Don't go it alone. And that hit me. Build collaboration. Build collaboration. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build collaboration. Build collaboration. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming on. This was just a little something I've been thinking and working on, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. Know that I love you, that I am proud of you, that I believe in you, that I want you to keep pressing and keep growing. All right? You guys are amazing. Keep building relationships. Keep focusing on the positive aspects. Keep growing and keep watching E3. Keep watching E3. I love you guys. Take care. We will talk to you next week. Be blessed. Bye-bye.